Hello students, today we will see viral hepatitis. The viral hepatitis introduction. The chronic viral hepatitis is the leading cause of liver disease worldwide. The primary cause is hepatitis A, B and C viruses. The less common causes include hepatitis D and E viruses. The hepatitis B virus. Hepatitis B virus continues to be one of the most common chronic viral infection and it affects developing countries. Then the transmission of hepatitis B is similar to vertical transmission, mother to fetus, in developing countries, whereas hepatitis B is endemic. In areas where this virus is not endemic, infection occurs primarily via sexual hematogenous spread. Clinical manifestations may be between acute and chronic infections, but both stages can present as a subclinical infection, then fulminant hepatitis or end stage liver disease. During acute hepatitis B infection, most patients, that means 70% of patients, will present with subclinical anicteric disease, whereas 30% will present with icterus. During acute phase, hepatic function tests may show markedly elevated ALT and AST levels. These levels are up to 2000 international unit per liter, and ALT levels tend to be higher than AST level. ALT levels are higher as compared to AST levels. The transaminase levels usually normalize within 4 months. Persistently elevated levels more than 6 months correlate with progression of chronic viral hepatitis. Fulminant hepatic failure may be due to acute hepatitis B infection, is relatively rare and affects only fewer than 0.5% of the patients. Immune mediated hepatocyte destruction appears to be primary mechanism of this form of hepatic failure. Then HBV, hepatitis B virus, is detectable in blood via polymerase chain reaction PCR assay for many years after initial acute infection. Then cytotoxic T cells specific for hepatitis B antigen mitigate reactivation of hepatitis B in immunocompetent individual. The risk of progression to chronic hepatitis B infection is determined mostly by age at the time of initial infection. Almost all neonatal hepatitis B infections become chronic, but fewer than 5% of acute hepatitis B infection in adults progress to chronic form. Then extrahepatic manifestations of hepatitis B infection, that is polyarteritis nodosa, membranous nephropathy, aplastic anemia, occur in 20% of individuals with chronic hepatitis B. These are related to circulating immune complexes. Now, the treatment of acute hepatitis B treatment is supportive. Prophylactic use of antiviral medication is not recommended. Patients with pre-existing liver disease, those with fulminant hepatic failure, immunocompromised individuals, and patients who develop coagulopathy, that is INR more than 1.5, or those with persistent hyperbilirubinemia for more than 4 weeks should be treated with antiviral therapy. These are the criteria. That means patient having pre-existing liver disease. Next, fulminant hepatic failure. Third, immunocompromised patient. Fourth, coagulopathy, INR more than 1.5. These are the indications for antiviral therapy. Then use of interferon is contraindicated because of the risk of hepatic inflammation and necrosis. This shows the mode of transmission of hepatitis B is by percutaneous or sexual transmission. Then incubation period 60 to 110 days. Then results of serum antigen and antibody tests, HBsAg and anti-hepatitis C antigen, early and persistent in carriers. Then immunity, antibodies in 5 to 15% of the patients. Course, chronic liver disease develops in 1 to 5% of the adults and 80 to 90% of the children. Then prevention after exposure, hepatitis B immunoglobulin and hepatitis B vaccine. Mortality less, 0.3 to 1.5%. This is about hepatitis B. Now we will see about hepatitis C virus. Hepatitis C virus is most common cause of end stage liver disease. Clinically, the majority of patients of acute hepatitis C virus infection present with malaise, anorexia, arthralgia, weakness. Malaise, anorexia, arthralgia, weakness. These are the signs symptoms of hepatitis C infection. Common extrahepatic manifestation include hematological disease, that means lymphoma, renal disease, membranous nephropathy, membranoproliferative glomerulonephritis, and several dermatological diseases. The initial diagnostic test involve detection of HCV antibodies. Patients who often have false negative test results such as immunocompromised should undergo additional testing to confirm presence of hepatitis C virus RNA. Now the treatment. The treatment of HCV, hepatitis C virus infection, involves combination of antiviral medication with or without interferon. HCV genotype, side effect profile, prior treatment, severity of liver disease, and risk of drug-to-drug interaction helps to determine optimal combination therapy. One particular drug regime that combines use of sofosbuvir has demonstrated 98% of the response rate. This chart shows the mode of transmission of hepatitis C virus is percutaneous. Incubation period 35 to 70 days. Then results of serum antigen anti-HCV in 6 weeks to 9 months. Immunity unknown. Course, chronic liver disease develop in up to 75% of the patients. The prevention exposure, interferon plus ribavirin. The mortality is unknown. This table shows about type A hepatitis. The mode of transmission of type A is fecal-oral, sewage contaminated shellfish. Incubation period 20 to 37 days. The result of serum antigen and antibody tests for type A is IgM early and IgG appears during convalescence. Immunity, antibodies in 45%. Course, does not progress to chronic liver disease. Type A will not progress to chronic liver disease. Prevention after exposure, prolonged gamma globulin hepatitis A vaccine. Mortality less than 0.2.